Umar, just very quickly, talk to us about Bursa Rise, your research incentive scheme, which is pretty catchy, I guess, right? I mean, part of the aim of that is to increase trading velocity or churn. I get that. But in order to do that, you've got to make the companies that are being traded look more attractive, at least, or have people know more about them through further coverage. How's that going?
I think it's been very well responded. We're seeing hits on the website, Martin. I think more importantly, we're reaching out and bringing what we think are unpolished gems to market and working with those companies. To be frank, an exchange is only as good as your product, or a market is only as good as the product you have. And so we're using Rise as a catalyst to also support. We have launched a PLC transformation, but targeting really transparency, very targeted approach to bringing companies to profitability. So as all investors know, why do we invest? We invest for growth, we invest for dividend, and of course, that's been driven by profits.
Umar, great news, of course, that we in Singapore and you guys in Malaysia were all opening up in this post-pandemic recovery. But in terms of cooperation between Bursa Malaysia and over here in Singapore, can you bring us up to speed with what's on the horizon in terms of a potential stock market connect between the two? Is that on the cards?
Well, it's got to be based around real economic need, if I can, right? I think what we saw with the pandemic is the vast majority of investors have moved, or the call for it is about moving online already. And so people already have access to both markets. Now, the conversation, if you like, is a much broader piece around, if you would like, an ASEAN Connect. How do we make ASEAN a frictionless market and reduce the cost for investors? Is it from the back end or is it from the front end? Particularly for institutional investors from overseas, when they look at ASEAN, if we bulk up as one market, we'll have critical mass. And so an objective we would have is to have common clearing, if I may. So it's step by step. Unfortunately, or the reality is we are not the EU. We do not have if you like, a common framework amongst all markets. And so that will be one of the key things that we will have to drive as we go forward, the commonality of rules while actually recognizing each country's sovereignty.